Hi, this is Nomad Dimitri, scruffy and dirty from working in the garden in this beautiful spring day, just after the rain. Here in the garden, I'm in front of some of my favorite things. One of them is the Japanese maple. It's a beautiful tree with a beautiful form, and if we go closer, you'll see it's the familiar maple kind of leaves, but actually much more variegated. You can see against the shirt. And very pretty with lots of color that changes through the season. They come out reddish, then they turn bright green, and then again they turn red in the fall. Beautiful, spectacular red. Right over here, flowering, one of the great glories of the garden is the lilacs. They bloom right around now, and they have these fantastic kind of masses of flowers that just smell delicious, and they're wonderful. The bush itself, the lilac bush, is completely not interesting and nothing special. So basically you get, and I have a whole row of them going all the way down, basically you get this kind of boring bush just in order to have the splendor of the beauty and the smell of these flowers for about 3 weeks in the spring, and then the rest of the year the thing just looks green, nothing special. Just behind me also is the larch, the larches. They're also beautiful. They are a deciduous conifer, the only one, very luxuriant, and they will soon make little pink flowers. Now, I've shown you the bright side of things. Let me show you now the horrible side of things. The horrible side of things is this, the dandelion. It starts kind of pretty because it's kind of early spring and you want some color in the garden, and it's been, cold and snowy and whatever. And so these things pop out and you're kind of happy. And then you realize that it's the most horrible plant in the world. The dandelion actually comes from a French word which is Dandelion, which means tooth of the lion, like dent like dentist and lion for lion. It's because its leaf, it's supposed to look like a lion's tooth. Go figure. Already it's a stupid plant. Now let me show you what happens in the organic garden, the garden that, like mine, the garden doesn't use any pesticides and tries to do everything completely naturally. Let me show you what happens when you're in infestation of dandelion. This is what happens. Do you see this? It's not snow, it's not grail. This is a dandelion infestation, and it's not only here, it's also right over there. You see all this white? This crap, this horrible crap, is the kind of pretty on its own, and we're all used to seeing it. It's this. This is the goddamn dandelion. You do this, and millions of little horrible seeds of this horrible plant disseminate everywhere, and of course it needs nothing. It just, anywhere it drops, it just goes right in, and there's nothing you can do to eradicate it other than pick each one individually. You see a few thousands here. Do you know how difficult it is to pick a dandelion? The reason it's so difficult, it's horrible difficult. The reason it's so difficult is they have a taproot. A taproot effectively is something that looks like a carrot that goes all the way into the center of the earth. And unless you get the whole damn thing out, it's going to come back. So that's the horror of dandelion. I'm going to try to show you what it's like to try to pull one out. Here we are, and you can see the whole field of dandelion behind me. I'm supposed to call this a lawn. So I grab the damn thing by the root, and I'm going to try to pull it out. Because it's been wet, maybe I'll succeed. No, this failed. This is a failure. This is kind of the massive root system that it has, but we didn't get the whole carrot. You see the white part? It broke. So that means I did nothing. I achieved nothing long term. This thing's gonna come up again and again and again. I'm gonna try one more to see if this is gonna come up. This is a little better. A little bit more of the carrot came out. This is what the damn thing looks like. Basically, it takes considerable effort. It's actually a workout. You can see the bright side of it if you're so optimistic and Californian. You can just, instead of going to the gym, you can just spend your days pulling this out of the ground. And in fact, if you want to do it in my garden, come on over. I'll be delighted. Nomad Dimitri from a garden full of dandelions. Happy gardening.